A very warm greetings to one and all present here. We, Sadavdayan and Padma Surya from the School of Yoga and Naturopathic Medicine are here to give a small sensitization talk on sexual harassment. I'm pretty sure we all know what sexual harassment is, but to clear any misinformation present, sexual harassment is a broad umbrella term that includes unwelcomed actions of a person with sexual intent. You would have heard of molestation, groping, rape. Everything comes under this. Sexual harassment is stigmatized and tabooed in our society for a very long time. All these are common in a society where sexuality education is not mandatory. Though the word is out in the air, we are indeed in ignorance of the impact that it creeps in the minds of victims and society. Taking this opportunity ahead, we will sensitize you all with some right information regarding the same.
Next slide. To dive into numbers, around 28.9% of children, 60% of women, and 1.4% of men are victims of misconduct, according to the National Criminal Records Bureau and National Commission of Women. We often feel sexual harassment exclusively belongs to women. But in recent times, gender equality has pervaded into this, and males have a hold on it as well. On serious note, we are ignorant of the impact that these numbers create in the society. Adding to this misfortune, the reports received are so far less than the actual incidents. Thereby, the hidden percentage can go even further up, especially in the case of men where their reports are critiqued badly.
Sexual harassment need not be always physical. So the broad range of harassment can be either verbal, non-verbal, or physical. In verbal, it can be an unwelcomed jokes, comments, texts, and advances with sexual intent. Physical harassment can be included with touching, groping, molesting, or even assault. Non-verbal includes perversions like stalking, voyeurism, exhibitionism, or display of any sexually explicit content, and recently cybercrimes as well.
God forbid, if this sort happens to someone, they can follow some steps to recover and to get justice for the situation. The primary step is to create boundaries and be comfortable to say no when uncomfortable, to keep your autonomy of body intact. Since statistically, the offenses are majorly close acquaintances like relatives, friends, spouses, colleagues, and so on. It doesn't mean to be mysterious about friends and family. Hope you get the difference. Just be conscious about the intention behind the hot compliments and be bold enough to cut off people crossing the lines. If the boundary is outlawed in any way, the next step is to recognize the harassment and ensure the victim's safety.
Then comes the crucial part, to act sound-mindedly. By opening up about the situation to a trusted right person, the sense of guilt, fear, or self-doubt is to be avoided because the mistake is in the victims. I would like to highlight the committee in S-VYASA for prevention of sexual harassment, whom you can reach out if needed.
Fear not, it is rather a courageous move by the victim and not to be worried on the grounds of reputation, humiliation, and ill societal thoughts. It is crucial to keep the mental state stable as well. Getting the required help from a psychologist or a counselor can be helpful along the way.
So we can see the justice plays an important role. So starting from Constitution of India's Article 21, that speaks about right to live with modesty, with Indian penal codes helping women under sections 354, 376 and 509 regarding outlawing modesty, rape cases and unsolicited ill actions, respectively, can help the women to triumph over the case. Added to this, if it happens in a workplace, Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act, Vishaka Guidelines, emphasizes on the accountability of the employer of the issues and insists the employer to act swiftly on the same. And children are protected under POCSO Act 2, and the punishments for this vary based on the degree of offense, from fines to imprisonment. Male victims do not have much options due to the lack of gender-neutral sexual offences laws, which we can foresee in future, hopefully. We can also help victims by contacting the NGOs like Shakti Shalini, Rahi Foundation for a comprehensive support like emotional or mental, along with legal representation aid from Lawyers Collective or Majlis Legal Center. The NGOs provide a support to victims in various levels in the process of justice. Or, next time. The victims can also reach out to government and NGOs toll-free helpline numbers for any distress and mental support. If you want, you can take any picture of this.
Next slide. As always, the special saying goes, prevention is better than cure. Let's now look at ways of preventing such misfortunes, creating a safe and healthy society. Here are the practical measures which can be adopted by individuals and institutions as sexual maltreatments are more common among colleagues and in workplaces as per the stats. The foremost thing to be focused on is educating, which doesn't mean to copy-paste information into note and paper. It's getting to know things, be aware about the happenings around. The institute must also provide comprehensive training to all on recognizing and preventing sexual harassments. As well, acknowledge them on the established policies and procedures for reporting such incidences. Coming on to policies, which is presently being made compulsory by the government itself. But these are not just for records and inspections. Their real meaning and purpose has to be understood and the accessibility range shall be widened. To develop and implement clear, well-communicated policies that outline the organization's stance on sexual harassment and the consequences for such behavior is crucial for laws and acts to get out of the law books into real lives. What we actually lag behind is coming out and speaking up. Victims giving a silent treatment and the public being dumb to these events gives a strong foundation for such behaviors, eventually causing deep wounds in minds and lives of people and innocents. Thus, ensuring that there are multiple channels for common people to report sexual harassment incidents and that the reporting process is straightforward and confidential is the need of the hour.
And to lastly quote, in dark places where silence hurts, a whisper wounds, a heart breaks. Wounds are left unspoken, a touch is taken, innocence lost. Under the heavy burden, a soul suffers endless pain. Eyes beg for relief, but find no comfort in the darkness, yet hope remains. Though fragile, in every tear, in clenched fists, from pain, find your voice. Break the silence, end the shame, and rejoice. Thank you all.
Thank you, students, for introducing the creating awareness regarding the sexual harassment. As a part of internal quality assurance cell, it is mandatory for us to create awareness among all the students regarding the sexual harassment. And this is something where we should not put our head down and listen, and you should be putting your heads up and coming out and reaching out to us for any queries or any problems related to this. So for this, the S-VYASA has constituted a sexual harassment committee whom you can reach out, and it will be confidential. We will not leak out whoever has approached us. Dr. Amit, Director, Vashi is in charge, chairperson for the sexual harassment committee. And the female side, Dr. T.T. Raj, I request you, madam, please come here. She will be available in naturopathy blog. So any problems related to any types of sexual harassment which you feel you are undergoing, you can please reach out to any of these people so that it can be addressed by the management of S-VYASA. Hari Om, Namaste, and thank you.
Okay. Present Premier League PPL cricket and throwball match results. Throwball teams Flying Fellas and Nursing champions versus fighters. Total 2 match happened yesterday. Throwball winners is BNW's team 1 Flying Fellas. Winners is champions. Next 13th match 29/5/2025 BNW's Hunters versus SAMC Team A. Best batsman Abhishek Patel 24 runs. Best bowler Rupeshri 2 wickets. winner BMA centers.
I request best bowler, best batsman and man of the match should get up so that we can acknowledge you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Next, 14th match, Prashanthi Tigers versus Prashanthi Warriors. Best batsman, Param is there. Best bowler, Param again. Okay. Winner, Prashanthi Warriors, won by 3 wickets. 15th match, Prashanthi Tigers versus Physiotherapy. Best batsman, Venki, V, 36 runs. Venki. Okay, best bowler, again Venki, 2 wickets. Winner, Prashanthi Tigers, won by 31 runs. Prashanthi Tigers captain.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः